He'll up you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won. Raider Nation, let's go, let's go. Raider Nation, let's go, let's go. Raider Nation, you ready for some football? You ain't ready for no football. You ain't ready for the Oakland Raiders. It's the invasion of the Oakland Raiders. Are you ready for some football? Yeah, you ain't ready for this football. Come, baby, just in, baby. Feel the storm of the cold autumn wind, baby. It's the Oakland Raiders. Get your mouthpiece. You in the black hole with the black beast. This ain't black gold, this is black silver. Commitment to excellence, we deliver. And we'll play past regulation. It's the invasion of the Raider Nation. Let's go, let's go. Raider Nation. Let's go, let's go. Raider Nation. You ready for some football? Yeah, you ain't ready for the football. You ain't ready for the Oakland Raiders. Come on, it's the invasion of the Oakland Raiders. Let's go. Are you ready for some football? Yeah, you ain't ready for this football. The Raider Nation is united. When they see the Pirates, fans get excited. The opposition get quiet. When I hit the field with my eye patch and my shield, the silver and black will attack. Are you ready for some football? The silver and black will attack. Are you ready for some football? Raider Nation, let's go. Raider Nation, let's go. Raider Nation, let's go. Raider Nation, let's go. Raider Nation.
Hey man, hope you like my recent videos. Yeah, I don't know where the hell our quarterback is at, honestly. I mean, there's no quarterback. There's no Will Levis. He could have drafted Will Levis, whatever. I think the dude played at Kentucky. He's over by home, so, he's probably where he was meant to be, I guess, by the numbers. But no quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo, he ain't no quarterback. Sorry. Bad ankle, bad that. He's made a nice living. It's all good. You can't fault him for looking to get more millions. So uh, it's gonna be a year without making the playoffs. They gotta get rid of McDaniels. He has no idea. They ditched Derek Carr to the curb. They got no rookie quarterback. Let's not waste any more fucking time, man. Let's get him the hell out of the Raiders. There's no quarterback. Derek Carr shows that he is still serviceable. He's going to win the division. He's going to win a playoff game at New Orleans. I wish the father well. This team's a joke. The team going nowhere this year. I hope some way, somehow, we can fire McDaniels so we can keep Devontae Adams and find the quarterback. Who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? They got to find the next kid in the draft. Whoever the hell it is, I hope it's going to be someone revolutionary. Time to level it up with the Chiefs. Time to level it up. But anyway, the RAIDAAAAS. I don't know who the hell our quarterback going to be. So I don't know. This guy Stidham. This guy can be a bust. I mean, this guy. They're going to have some film of this guy. I mean, that's just real concern. Like, you don't know what Stidham. He's not on the team no more. Where the hell he is at? There's just no depth whatsoever. Aiden O'Connell, who the hell is this? Hopefully this guy's the future. Hopefully. Big Ten, not holding my breath. Fourth rounder. Who the hell they got now? Chase Garbers? Hey, Chase Garbers pretty good. Can he be Aaron Rodgers? I don't know. Hopefully there is a good quarterback in the back room. But I'm not holding my breath. This team is going to suck. And speaking of who sucks, number two, you know, this team is obviously going to be the worst out there. I think if you lose to Washington, you're setting the tempo week one to finish with the worst pick. Okay, the Raiders. The Raiders, what do they got? Who they got after week one? Who they got? Well, I think they play against the Chiefs on Christmas Eve again. These guys are full blown goddamn haters. NFL hate the Raiders. They got these guys. They got the Chiefs on Christmas Day. I mean, they just full blood on fucking hate the Raiders. They got these guys. They got the Chiefs on Christmas. These guys are full blown haters of the Raiders. I mean, they want the Cardinals to lose on Christmas for 2 straight years. I knew the Bucs were gonna win, right? Still a bunch of dickheads. But anyway, Radars, no quarterback. I keep the running back. Keep best running back in the league, Josh Jacobs. They did Derek Carr dirty. These motherfuckers. Yeah, Cardinals. Look at that. You know, right off the bat, they get the Dallas Cowboys on September 24th. Yep, that's a loss. Yep. NFC is just so weak because there's no quarterbacks over there. But anyway, if Kyler Murray comes back and it's a it's a half it's a top half draft pick if they somehow finish above 500, but I'm not holding my breath. They'll be under 500. The division is awful. There's no quarterbacks on the 49ers. Rams don't have a quarterback, but they'll be average. Overall, if the Houston Texans do very bad, then Cardinals get the Houston Texans pick. They have the ability to really overhaul the roster and free agency for next year. I don't know how much money they freed up with DeAndre Hopkins, but yeah, you don't get anything in return. But what you do get is you get your freed up cap space for 2024. Hopkins is gone, but they freed up the cap space to replace him next year once they have a clear idea what they're going to want for their team with the kind of players that they're planning on bringing in from the draft. But anyway, Dallas Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl. It's going to happen. If they gave us the Kelce brothers, then they're going to give us the Diggs brothers. The fact is first time that this would ever happen, dating back to 2017. This is the year the Cowboys win the Super Bowl right here, Super Bowl 58. You won't see this every single year. It's a simple gematria computation. Dallas Cowboys is 58. It's also the Lone Star State Stars gematria 58, but then the symbology behind it. 7 years ago, I did not know who was hosting this Super Bowl. I think it was originally planned for New Orleans, and New Orleans got pushed a year back. So originally, Super Bowl 58 was supposed to be held by New Orleans, which Ezekiel Elliott had this biggest game of his college career in the Sugar Bowl at the Louisiana Superdome. But then Dak Prescott is from Sulphur, Louisiana. So he's from Louisiana. They were originally planning on Super Bowl 58 being at Louisiana. They were syncing this up with Dak Prescott being from Sulphur, Louisiana. But funny thing, even when they bumped it back, they moved Vegas up to Super Bowl 58. Las Vegas was the same gematria as Tempe, Arizona. It's the same gematria as the Cowboys beating Tom Brady last year. It's the same gematria as the Cowboys' current record in the NFC Championship game, which is 8-6. His brother died. His mother died. He's had a couple of deaths. I think it's like 10 months and 3 days, or 10 years and 3 days or 10 years and 3 months from Peggy's death. I gotta have to rewatch the video. I did this a couple of years ago, but anyway, when you make a pick like this and falling asleep with Super Bowl 55 and Super Bowl 56, two of the easiest Super Bowls, You can call it the future, but then you got to really, really, really focus on the present. Because if you can call a Super Bowl 7 years in advance, what the hell are you doing in between? That's a honest reflection that I have. If we do make history this January, but we've seen it before. The Harbaugh Bros in the Super Bowl, the Kelce brothers were in the Super Bowl. But just think about it. It don't have to do anything about Andy Reid and his former team or any other subscripts. These two brothers are on the opposite sides of the ball. These two brothers can be on the same field at the same time, interacting and playing football and trying to stop the other guy head to head. Jason Kelce played center. Mahomes was the quarterback. They're on opposite teams. They can't be on the field at the same time. John and Jim Harbaugh, they were coaches on the two opposite sidelines. They cannot interact with each other up front throughout the game. But that's what this brother versus brother matchup can do. These guys can be on the field, mic'd up at the same time, going up against each other, talking trash. Old brother against younger brother. In my view, as great as Stephon Diggs is, the younger brother is probably the better player. This guy is probably is he better than Patrick Peterson was during his early parts of his career? I want to say yes. Yes, Patrick got beat from time to time. Now this Trayvon liked the tackle. Hopefully likes the tackle. It's not that important because they have Chandler Parsons too. Let's not forget. They've got Chandler Parsons. But anyway, here we are, 7 years. I think we can see many players that were defensive MVPs were Dallas Cowboy players. The Cowboys had they had 4 defensive players win Super Bowl MVP. This video I did not upload yet, but last Super Bowl MVP on the defensive side, Von Miller, number 58, Super Bowl 58. For the 6th title, are we going to see pick six? Pick 6 for the 6th title, brother on brother. Trayvon Diggs picks him off. I mean, Dak's brother died, and he gets to win the Super Bowl in the matchup of brothers. Yeah, Dak gonna win this ring. The same team that injured his ankle, that he got his ankle injury 40 weeks before Super Bowl 58 or 58, because the Giants has Gematria 40. Dak Prescott is 40-4 life path. 40 months after his injury against the Giants, he wins the Super Bowl. I have said that a video I think a couple years ago. It's 2020 was his injury, right? And then in between that time, yeah, he loses to the Niners, but he beats Tom Brady. He beats Tom Brady. The last guy to beat Tom Brady is going to win the Super Bowl. Dak Prescott can play quarterback. He's a good quarterback. He ain't no scrub. But he looked a little bit off in the playoff games against the Niners. What needs to happen? Tony Pollard's got 23 touchdowns. He's a great runner. He's been running very well. Las Vegas 23's had 23 career touchdowns. Tony Pollard is the man. They got a young running back on the Cowboys. I guess if no one wants to sign Zeke, Cowboys can bring back Ezekiel Elliott. Who signed Ezekiel Elliott yet? If you just think they can sign back Zeke Elliott and they're just bringing down, they can cut his contract, right? They can cut him. You're not owed any more money in your contract. But if no one else is going to buy you, if no one is in demand of your services, the Dallas Cowboys can get Ezekiel Elliott at a discount. If no other team going to get Zeke Elliott, Cowboys can get this guy. Well, I don't think is any hit against the cap. I don't think it is. But it's a 1-year deal, whatever. Cowboys just saving salary on Zeke. So, hey, it won't surprise me if the Cowboys bring back Ezekiel Elliott. I think there's still a chance they can. Elliott's Gematria 30, Super Bowl 30, 1993, last matchup against the Bills. There's still a possibility that Zeke Elliott is going to be back. Now, Tempe, Arizona. The draft pick at number 58 was the Cowboys. The 58th pick is number 86, a tight end from Michigan. The Cowboys' record in the NFC Championship game is 8-6. In the year of Super Bowl 58, Cowboys can. They've got the other kid at tight end. We call his name with an S. The Cowboys have that guy, that tight end. His name. I know who he is. He's a white guy. Van Der Esch, I know who's the tight end. I don't know. Maybe he left. Suns are not winning a championship next year. Goat Bond, second Lakers ring in his sixth Lakers season. Bryant is 26. The ritual is complete. The Suns will not win until 2025. Frank Vogel won't win the championship again as a coach until 56 months later with the Phoenix Suns. The Suns in their 56th season lose the Goat Bond. That's Goat Bond is 5-6 in the NBA Finals. This what y'all ain't knowing, man. The bus rider playing for his team, for Charles Barkley's team. The bus rider, 47. Now, Washington, D.C. has 56 prior seasons. So is the Phoenix Suns has 56 prior seasons. Their 56th season is about Magic Johnson. It's about Goat LeBron James, Ty Magic Johnson. They getting that revenge against the team Kobe hates the most. But he is the franchise. Devin Booker is Gematria 57. He is winning the championship in the Suns' 57th season. 10 years after Booker was drafted. As the 13th pick. Suns 1-3 in the finals. 1-3 in the NBA Finals. The Suns are going to win 10 years after Booker was drafted. That's what's going to happen with the Suns. I agree Pollard is better than Zeke. Tony Pollard's going to win the Super Bowl. He has a lot of impressive stats. Tony Pollard is 53. The Panthers 53. The Raiders is 53. Pollard is Gematria of the Bills. Pollard is Gematria 33. He's Gematria of the Bills. And that's the thing about Kevin. Kevin 61-25. So is Vogel, right? 2025, the 2024 season. Frank Vogel won his last title at Orlando at the bubble. Frank Vogel wins in the 79th NBA Finals. Now, this is where the art of interpretation is very complicated. Now, you can easily say, oh, Goat LeBron James, he doesn't win this year. He wins in 79th season. But he is the defending champion in the 79th year of the NBA. The defending champion in the 79th NBA season. After 78 prior seasons, that's where Durant's going to win. This is where the Gematria trap traps the guy. They just sucked into the art of interpretation. Durant 78, he wins 70 NBA Finals. But Kevin or Durant 24, 78 Finals, 2024. No, it's about symbology. It's about Kobe's birthday of 78. It's about his number 24. It's about Bryant having Gematria 26, 2 rings in 6 seasons. But this happens after the 78th NBA Finals. He wins after the 78th NBA Finals. That's when he's going to win again. It's go LeBron got the revenge against the Warriors. It was the Warriors and Durant. Part 1 is the Warriors. Part 2 is Durant. The Warriors are done. Go LeBron get the revenge against Kevin Durant for these Warriors super teams. The Lakers franchise gets revenge over the Phoenix Suns, a team that Kobe hated. The Phoenix lose to all 3. Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. To all 3 guys. All 3 guys. Yeah, you gotta understand the Chiefs not winning at a division rival stadium. It ain't happening, brother. It ain't. I think the Chiefs can make it to the AFC Championship game against the Bills. Third time the charm for Buffalo, but everyone's emotions are all flying high on Buffalo entering the Super Bowl. Las Vegas likes our emotion. Everyone hating on the Cowboys, but Dak lost a mom, he lost a brother. Dak Prescott winning after the death in his family. Dak Prescott winning the Super Bowl. Everyone be hating on Dallas, and they're all going to go emotional for Buffalo. It's their time. It's Buffalo's time. This is where the elite dupe you. They want you thinking, oh, emotional, all emotional. Andy Reid passed Tom Landry for playoff wins. Tom Landry was the Dallas Cowboys coach. Andy Reid was coaching the franchise that used to be based at Dallas. So after the Chiefs went, after Andy Reid passes Tom Landry for playoff wins for a head coach, that's when the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the following championship. 42nd day, Dak Prescott, 42. It's the 42nd day. 42nd day is February 11th. On that day, they'll win. On that day, the Cowboys are going to win. Prescott, 5-4 playoff record. He's 2-4 right now, like the Super Bowl 30 MVP, number 24, Larry Brown. Dallas Cowboys get number 1 seed. They'll beat Washington twice. They'll beat the Giants. They'll beat the Eagles. Who else the Cowboys have on the schedule? What team are they playing in the AFC? That's the 15th. Cowboys are losing to Buffalo for sure. They're going to be 8-6 all time against the Bills when they lose Week 17. A Week 17 loss, a Week 15 loss at Buffalo. This is part of the programming. The Cowboys can't beat the good teams. Dak can't beat the good teams. Maybe Stephon Diggs shows up in that game. Maybe Trayvon shows up in the Super Bowl. Brothers has Jamacha 42, the Super Bowl on the 42nd day of the year. Brothers is Jamacha 42. Right? When Cowboys are their divisional round streak is going to end at 7. Dak is 16-7 because Trayvon Diggs, number 7. I mean, Trayvon Diggs and this guy, number 11, call him Micah Parsons. Yeah, the Packers are done. The Saints are done. The Buccaneers are done. The Cardinals took a step back for a couple years ago. Matthew Stafford's banged up. He's finished. The Eagles are going to be in there. Looks like the Lions gambling problems. Is it distractions, or they able to brush that aside? And the Vikings, just an average team in the middle. There are too many one possession games. And the Giants, well, we'll see. Maybe the NFC is weak enough to where the Giants can like make the playoffs or something. Who knows? 7 straight divisional round losses. Going to end in the 8th game. The silver element, the silver state, AG, the silver element adds up to 8. It's actually the 47th element. I don't know how 47 is going to connect to all this yet, to be honest. But Von Miller went to Texas A&M. He's with the Buffalo Bills. He'll be trying to win 3 Super Bowls with the Bills. Von Miller is going to get a chance. But then Ronald Jones, he won with the Bucs. He won as a reserve, not in the rotation with the Kansas City Chiefs. He was a starter running back with the Bucs. He was not in the regular rotation with the Kansas City Chiefs. But Ronald Jones has 2 Super Bowls. He can win a third Super Bowl with the Cowboys. Von Miller trying to win that third Super Bowl. You're trying to win that third Super Bowl. This is my theory, is that a defensive player can win Super Bowl MVP 96 months later after Von Miller, number 58, did so in Super Bowl 50. This is where I'm getting, what's his name? Larry Brown, return interception to the 6-yard line, return interception to the 18-yard line, as Super Bowl MVP. Next title at Vegas. He was the MVP. Super Bowl, his interception return to the 18-yard line, then the second one to the 33-yard line. It's like 77 interception yards he had. The Dak Prescott playoff record of 5-4, like Bill's Jumanji 54. But it's all revolved around the place, too. Vegas, Jumanji 54 and 18. Sun Devil Stadium was the last title. Sun Devil Stadium is Jumanji 93 and 58, Super Bowl 58. Las Vegas Raiders are hosting the Super Bowl. The Las Vegas Raiders is Jumanji 193. What's with the 193 yet, right? The Packers will win, but they'll be bad for a long time because they ain't got no quarterback. You lucked out twice. It all ends after 31 years, right? This the first champion since the Los Angeles Rams. Los Angeles Rams, Jumanji 193. Sun Devil, first NFC winner since the LA Rams. DIGGS' dad died at 39. They didn't mention that in the video, but anyway, last title to Arizona Jumanji 39. I get the video on Peggy's death. What are the family members? DIGGS lost their dad. Stefan's the older brother, so Stefan had to take on the father role in the family. He was like 4 or 5 years older than Trayvon. So the bond is there, I guess, in a fatherly way. Even though as a competitor, Stefan would like to win the Super Bowl. In a way, he'll be glad for Trayvon Diggs. Also, Las Vegas, Jumanji 86 and 23. Von Miller would be in the Super Bowl 23 months after he was signed by the Buffalo Bills. I don't know the day when I released the video on Von Miller. He wins 2 of 3 Super Bowls, Las Vegas 23. 3 Super Bowls, 2 wins, a lot like Broncos having Jumanji 32, Denver 32. March 21st of 2022, Miller's a member of the Bills. Super Bowl 50 MVP will lose with Buffalo for Bills opponents to be 5-0 versus the Bills in the Super Bowl. As Super Bowl 50 MVP, then opponents against Buffalo are going to be 5-0. DeSoto, Texas-born linebacker, number 58, lose to Dallas Cowboys at Las Vegas, Nevada. Also true in Super Bowl 58, we could see another Cowboys player win Super Bowl MVP. Micah Parsons. I like the brothers. I like the cornerback had the 2 interceptions. Larry Brown. I'm going to go with another cornerback. 6 Super Bowl for the Cowboys. Pick six. Pick 6. Pick 6. Pick 6. Pick 6 is gematria of Buffalo and all that. And 45, the Cowboys. Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs, pick 6, gematria of Las Vegas. Interesting. Trayvon Diggs pick 6 is 96. Like the Cowboys improving the 9-6 against the Bills all time when they lose in week 15 at Buffalo in the snow and all that. And then they win in their Dome Stadium in Texas. And then they win at the Dome Stadium in Las Vegas. I know they've been a joke. That's why I predicted the Cowboys to lose in each of these last seasons. Super Bowl 54, Super Bowl 55, Super Bowl 56, Super Bowl 57. I think Super Bowl got to include Super Bowl 53. Cowboys were predicted in Super Bowl 55. They predicted them in Super Bowl 56. But my first time ever predicting the Cowboys, it's gonna be this year. It's gonna be this year. Let's see. The Patriots were 6-3 in Brady's Super Bowls. So Cowboys be 6-3 in the Super Bowl, right? Dallas 6-3, 6-3 in the Super Bowl. Now that this is gonna be a double code. 5-4 like Vegas, 5-4 like Bills, but Dallas like 6-3. Buffalo is 63. I think Joe Burrow wins a ring. The range is going to be around Super Bowl 62, Super Bowl 63. The Bengals are going to improve to 1-3 in Super Bowls when they win with Burrow because they lost at LA. They're 0-3 in the Super Bowl. I think the year for the Bengals is Super Bowl 62. And Buffalo right afterwards, Super Bowl 63. So yeah, they will win the Super Bowl. What is it? Super Bowl 56, 62. That's 6 years. By let's see, that's 6 by 12, 72. I can honestly see 7 by 12, like 84, like, Rams to March of 84. So interesting. Interesting. Maybe I have to go look at 62 and 60. Which year's Buffalo opening the new stadium? The Buffalo win the Super Bowl by the time that they open their new stadium. And my view is New York, next Super Bowl, right? Super Bowl 46, 17 years later. That's how I look at it. If it's Super Bowl 63, Super Bowl 46. And also, I think Eli's 26-17, right? Eli? He was the winning quarterback. Eli to March of 17. I can go Super Bowl 63. I can go Super Bowl 63. Yep. In New York next Super Bowl 17 years later, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Would that be the 60th Super Bowl in the modern era? How do they do that calculation? But yeah, a lot of good stuff there for the next Super Bowl MVP coming from the defensive side of the ball. I didn't enter that in the calculator, did I? I did not. Interesting too that it's a defense extra much of 58. Defense is 58. Super Bowl 58. Mike McCarthy's next Super Bowl championship, next coach to win multiple rings. Stars 58-13. Maybe Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson, but I've not looked into it just yet. I haven't looked into it. Is the city name Paradise, technically speaking? Let me find out. Go to Super Bowl 58. About 58 in Roman numerals. Is Jerry Jones still going to die this year? I don't know. He dies right after the Super Bowl or something, or right before. We'll find out. We'll find out. Patrick Mahomes at 35 playoff touchdowns in his career. Scott is 35. Mahomes is 35 for his career. They don't matter. They don't matter. Dak winning a Super Bowl. Yeah, Dakota Prescott's 51. 5 months in a day, you know, until the Super Bowl, from week one at New York, the team that hurt him, 5 months in a day, 5 months in a day, Dak will win the Super Bowl. I think of 68 months after Dak's return or something, 68 weeks, he's going to win the championship. What season is this at the new stadium for the Cowboys? Jerry World, you call it. It doesn't say their season at the new Cowboy Stadium. But anyway, I can just go to list of Cowboy season. One, two, three, four, five, six. The sixth season at the Cowboys' new stadium. That was Dak's first year starting at quarterback. No, that was Tony Romo still. That's 2017. That's 28. No, that's 2016. Okay, that's Dak's first year. Okay, that was the last Romo year. Okay, so this would be the 15th season actually in the new Cowboys Stadium. One winning season, 14 non-winning seasons. The MVP, Mr. Brown, he had 14 interceptions in his career. But he's born at Miami, and the Cowboys play a big game at the Dolphins at Miami. The Cowboys are winning on Christmas Eve. The Cowboys will win on Christmas Eve for sure against the Miami Dolphins. They'll beat the Dolphins. They'll lose to the Bills. Their sixth game of the season is actually against the LA Chargers. I have no idea why the sixth game of the year is against the Chargers. But I don't know why they're doing this, but after 6 weeks, they have the bye week. After 6 weeks, the Cowboys are on the bye. After 6 weeks, they're on the bye. What is this supposed to be? What's this supposed to be? Okay, that's 11. That's 11 games they would play to end the regular season. The Super Bowl on the 11th day of the month. Regular season ends on the 7th day. Week 7's the bye. 7 straight divisional round losses. That streak is going to end this year. Cowboys are going through the divisional round this year. No guarantee they even get the 49ers too, because that Brock Purdy guy, this guy toast. They don't have Jimmy Garoppolo. So a 3 match against the 49ers, we may not even get that. We sure could get a rematch against the Rams. Now, Russell Wilson, he lost against the Cowboys, beat Seattle. Whoever comes out west, they beat Seattle. Then they lost to the Rams in the divisional round, whichever year that was, though. But yeah, Dak is going to, in 4 divisional round games, his first win. And then the Super Bowl is going to follow that. Hey, oh yeah, I should probably redo that video. Yep, 69. Their 69th playoff game is going to be in the Super Bowl because Larry Brown is born in year 69. So that's what we got. 38 Jamaica Raiders. 39 is going to be New York, where the Bills are from. 39 is going to be Arizona, the last title. Jets, they're not going to do anything. The Jets are 0-4 in the AFC title game. They're going to try to be 1-4. Rodgers, all these years, is trying to win the Packers' 14th championship, but ultimately, the Jets could win a playoff game, but their ceiling is one playoff win. That's it. They won't win anything. Brett Favre went with the Jets. They choked. They lost to the Dolphins week 17, the last week of the season. The Jets failed to make the playoffs with Brett Favre. So won't surprise me if they even miss the playoffs. But it won't surprise me with that defense if all they do is they manage the game or whatever. Will the public like Kansas City as much as Buffalo from the last season? possibly if he's MVP. It'd be a attractive betting market for the AFC if Lamar Jackson comes out of nowhere, and suddenly you have these people saying Lamar gonna be in the Super Bowl, Lamar gonna be in the Super Bowl because all the Ravens they playing their first game at the Raiders Stadium. Well, that was the first game in front of fans, I think. Yeah, 2020. The first game that was against the Saints, but that was when there were no fans there. But the first game in front of fans, I think that was against the Ravens. Yep. The Cowboys to be 9-6 against the Bills all time. Lose at Buffalo, beat the Bills in the Super Bowl. They lost one over the Steelers. The NFL was just as rigged back then in the 90s as it is today. I think his son died due to premature birth or something. Mr. Larry Brown. Then he won the Super Bowl MVP right after his son died. So NFL likes giving these symbolic tributes to these players who've had important family die. Dak and his brother and his mother, and then the brothers facing off on Dallas and Buffalo. You know, this is going to be as exciting of a Super Bowl as last year when they were all talking about the Kelce brothers and Andy Reid and his former team, all that. Oh, he got a brother in that team. I know nothing about football. Hey, there are two brothers on the field. Hey, who's the better brother? So a neutral fan who don't know nothing about football except for Super Bowl commercials every year. Hey, there are a couple brothers there. Hey, they mentioned Dak's mom or his dead brother. I want Dak to win the Super Bowl. Want Dak to win the Super Bowl. Any more player the Cowboy get after this year? I mean, guys, Cowboys got 3 times 2 is 6, 23 season, 64th season, number of the beast, 64. 4 seasons, 1 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 41, Mike McCarthy's 4th season. 1 Super Bowl 4 years, 14 receptions in, Larry Brown's career. There's still a chance he can come back. Trent Sieg can play in the Super Bowl. He's a long snapper from the Raiders. Trent Sieg from the Raiders is on the Cowboys. He could be playing back at his home stadium. Trent Sieg, number 47 on the Cowboys. AG, the 47th element, the Silver State, the Raiders, the Silverback playing the Silver State, the Silver Element, the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. Entertainment capital in the world. America team. Entertainment capital in the world. Trent Sieg is Jumanji of Buffalo Bills. Interesting. I compute the whole video on the roster. Trent Sieg is Jumanji of Buffalo Bills. Raiders long snapper, former Raiders long snapper on the Dallas Cowboys. He can play home at his stadium with the Cowboys. A Raider can win the Super Bowl over there against the Bills. Be good to see a Raider win the Super Bowl. Let's see a Raider. Chuma Edoka is the other signing. He played at USC LA. He's the last team to win the Super Bowl, if that means anything. He played for the Jets. Chuma Edoka. I think I covered this in one of my videos there. Von Miller's playoff record, too, is going to be something to see how important it is. Bills and Cowboys will be number 1 seeds. I mean, it could be the Chiefs, but then again, the first road game for Patrick Mahomes at snowy Buffalo can't write it any better. If Patrick Mahomes in his first playoff game away from Arrowhead outside of a neutral Super Bowl venue has to go over to the Bills to face off against Buffalo. Chuma Edoka. Well, Easter March of the 42nd day of the year, February the 11th. Chuma Edoka. Edoga Demachi, Las Vegas. I'm sure I talked about this in a prior video before. I'm sure I did. Chuma Demachi of the Steelers, the 1996 opponent. And, Josh Allen, 96, going to throw the game, going to throw the pick six. Cowboys 9-6 against the Bills. They win the ninth game. It was a 9-day numerology that the Cowboys won Super Bowl 30, and for their next Super Bowl championship, they can win their ninth game all time against the Bills. Yes, good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Just reading the description. Now I see where Von Miller. Now there's a reason why I talk about Von Miller in Super Bowl 58, and he's not cut from the team after 1 year. He's still there on the team. Von Miller going to go up as a player from Texas up against the Cowboys. Maybe you got to look up the new players on the Buffalo Bills too, because that may. Who got connections to Texas on the Bills or to Nevada and Las Vegas? Try and look for the video file right there. There it is. I found it. You like to see the new video that I've got on Larry Brown. And a Cowboys player wins Super Bowl MVP with the pick six. Now, Peyton Manning Super Bowl championship. It was last defensive player to win the Super Bowl. So 18. Manning, Vegas, 18. A few players it could Micah Parsons, Van Der Esch, good situational player. He's not going to be in there. Stephon Diggs and Parsons are the big ones. Jalen Smith or whoever, the Notre Dame linebacker I used to like. Is he on the Cowboys anymore? Jalen Smith? No, not him. Notre Dame one. There we go. Oh, he's a free agent. He ain't on the Cowboys anymore. Oh, damn. He was there. He wasn't there for 2 full seasons. Well, anyway, I like this guy. I like him. Long snapper. Went to college at Colorado. The Broncos were from Colorado. They had the last defensive winner of a Super Bowl MVP. This was Super Bowl 50. And now 8 years later, 96 months later, we could see another Dallas Cowboys player win the MVP of the Super Bowl. You got that right. We go get him right back at it again next year. We already know the Suns are winning 2025. It's an extreme script. Goat LeBron James just going to be winning championships in his 23rd season. It was never done before, never considered it, but that's the legacy that you're about to make. You're about to make history. No one's going to consider the fact that he won his 6th ring in his 23rd season in the NBA. That's exactly what Goat LeBron James is going to do. And not once I consider that he would be able to win a championship in his 23rd year, but I've seen what he can do. That's exactly what he's about to do. Goat LeBron in the lake against the Celtics. You need to watch my video from yesterday. The Lakers and the Celtics were carrying the ratings. The finals did great. It doesn't matter if this year's finals does bad. The fact is the Lakers and the Celtics helped drive viewership throughout the entire playoffs, and that will not change next year either. Dallas Cowboys at San Francisco. Did they surpass the 49ers in that Super Bowl? Well, they tied the 49ers. Steelers, Cowboys. That was for who ties the 49ers. That's how 1995-96 was rigged. Cowboys, Week 18 at Washington. You know, the Raiders beat Washington when they won Super Bowl 18. The Raiders are the host at Las Vegas. I like that too. the bye week in week 7, getting a home game, the divisional round, I'll interpret that as the key to ending a 7-game losing streak in the divisional round of the playoffs. Ideas. A divisional game and 7 wins. Hi. We see Eagles, Cowboys. Interesting. Interesting. Dak versus we may get that next year. Get that next year. The next year. The next year they do that. Or 7 divisional wins in 8 games. Be my guess. Be my guess. Louisiana's the 18th state. Vegas 18. Dak is born at the 18th state. So, yep. So for Louisiana, Jamacha 63. I have to go back to my video from 3 or 4 years ago, whatever it is. Dak is from Sulphur, Louisiana. That has Jamacha 63. You know, Super Bowl MVP could still be Dak because of his family's deaths and all that, but I don't know why. I just another Cowboys player winning Super Bowl MVP. Oh, I spelled it wrong. So for Louisiana 72. So for Louisiana, though, it's Jamacha January the 28th, the day the Cowboys just won the Super Bowl. The Cowboys won the Super Bowl 36 years after the Cowboys were founded on January 28th of 1960. So interesting. Yeah, Brandon Cooks played in the Super Bowl with the Rams. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He was there with the Patriots. And Ronald Jones in the Super Bowl experience, and then Brandon Cook, because he played 2017 with the Patriots. He played in that Super Bowl. He lost that one. He lost in 2019, against the Patriots, when the Patriots won their 6th Super Bowl. Now he gets to partake in the 6th Super Bowl, Brandon Cooks. He loses 2 Super Bowls. Better luck. 1 Super Bowl win in 3 attempts for Mr. Brandon Cooks. I think the Eagles were the 13th NFC, the 13th division winners, whatever. What was it? Eagles, the 13th Super Bowl from the NFC East. They were the 13th combined Super Bowl in that division. And he was with LA with the Rams, and then with Dallas. 1 win in 3 attempts. There we go. Yeah, right, early. They didn't want GOAT Keelan James to tie Michael Jordan with the Lakers. They want GOAT Keelan James to tie Michael Jordan in his 23rd season. This is history. This is the first time I've ever seen anything like this before. A player 23 years of age playing championship basketball. It ain't just elite basketball picking up stats. Playing championship basketball. In year 23. You're about to go down. This guy cannot age. This guy, he's 40 years old. NBA weak GOAT Keelan destroy this NBA. GOAT Keelan can play in any era. The fact that he can still play, his body not breaking down. He can play in any era. Kobe can even last this long. Carmelo Anthony was watering down. Dwayne Wade, his ankles could not carry him through. Kingo LeBron, he still got it when he's still allowed to go. He was allowed to have a good game by Adam Silver, but Adam Silver wanted his little scripted nugget sweep. You want his little scripted shaming rituals. Oh, LeBron, this is it. No, not in my house. Ain't no nothing in my house right there. Austin Reeves going to be big time. Number 15, 1 ring in 5 season right there. Kobe won the 15th championship with the Lakers for his 1 ring in the first 5 years. He's about to go down. 26 playoff wins later, Lakers win their next championship. GOAT Keelan, 2 rings, 6 years. He tied Bryant. Bryant, 62. 6 years, 2 rings. Denver Nuggets, 62. They lose to the Denver Nuggets. They win again. His 45th series victory, GOAT Keelan, Coach Darvin Ham, 45. Bill Russell won 45 total games in the NBA Finals in his career. 45 total games in the NBA Finals. Go Kiloban, which is 45th playoff series, win the number 6 of Bill Russell against the Celtics in 2024. The teams with the most championships, 78th NBA Finals. NBA Finals, 78. The two most successful teams in the NBA Finals. It's time to put to rest this nonsense stuff. Oh, NBA 17, they're stuck at 17 forever. They're stuck at 17 forever. Now, come on now. Yankees is 26. They not winning no championship again after championship 26. Come on. That's not how y'all do it. The team will win the 18th championship. Hero LeBron James last year winning the 18th championship. One ring in front of fans in 8 years since 2016. And 8 seasons in one ring. And Kobe 81 points. And Driver averaged 14-5. It ain't about no repeat. It ain't about no repeat. It ain't about no 14th repeat. He tied Kobe Bryant 14 years later. 14 years after his first ring in 2012, he ties Michael Jordan in 2026. It's what about to MJ, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson. Year 23, the season, beginning in the year 23, not the season that ends in the 23 finals. It's the season beginning in year 23, and King of LeBron James tied Magic Johnson in the year 24, and go LeBron James will face Kevin Durant in the year 24. And KB 2-4. 2-4. That's what the number. The 4-2. The 8. The 14 years later, Kingo LeBron tied Kobe 14 years after his 5th ring. A GOAT LeBron wins his 6th ring in the year Brazil win the 26 World Cup. That's what about that one Brazil and GOAT LeBron James. And before you go, LeBron time Michael Jordan at the Madison Square Garden, and then the Brazil wins the World Cup where Pele played his last game in the New Jersey, New York metropolitan area. Look out for New York City in 2026. Look out for New York City. Look out. A real Gamacha, real numerology, real passion for it. It ain't about no bandwagon. They go LeBron. Hey, they go LeBron quitting bums. It ain't about go LeBron hating bum. You go LeBron quitting bum. Y'all jump right back after last year. That's a no. They gonna come back. They all quit last year in 2022. They all quit. They quit go LeBron. They came straight back when they're in the conference finals, and when they be back, they were back. And they got, and they got. They got. They be the bandwagon. Okay, what was right? What was not right? It get up too. They business. It's a year half ago. Get right back at it, mama style. Back right at it. They're not wrong. He just off. Not wrong. Off. All the teams lost. Warriors, Bucs, Suns, Lakers, Celtics, hell, Clippers, Grizzly. LBJ is 24, right? LBJ is 6. Do I remember same match as New Jersey? LBJ 24, yeah, 24. Yeah, good call, man. Great call. And LJ 22 after 22 years. Go to the time Michael Jordan. They about to get the job done right there in year 23. Year 23, yo, LeBron time Michael Jordan. Go LeBron NBA championship percentage would be 26% if this actually comes true. 6 rings in 23 seasons. His last ring in 2026. The year of the GOAT LeBron about to get the job done. You know, I like the New York Knicks against Damian Lillard and the Blazers. Maybe not, but Trailblazers is 53. Willis Reed, what is his factor, Willis Reed? 37, 38, 39, 69 total games. Miller is too much at 69. Yep, there's a lot of more research that can be done. Yep. Lots of research. After 49 Super Bowls with the 49ers hosting the Super Bowl, Von Miller won the Super Bowl. He can go up against the Cowboys. He beat the Bengals. Von, was he with the Rams? Yes, he is. He was with the Rams in the Super Bowl 56, and 56 days after the Super Bowl preview between the Cowboys and the Bills on December 17, 56 days later, Von Miller, winner of Super Bowl 56, can go up against the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Got a lot of Super Bowl experience in the brothers going up against each other. And Dak winning for his brother, for his mom. Josh, not at California, but he's over at the West Coast. Nevada, kind of close by to Wyoming. He played for Wyoming Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Wyoming Cowboys. Yeah, now we know why he's the 7th pick going up against the Cowboys. Because the Cowboys' divisional round losing streak is going to end at 7. They're going to play against the 7th pick in the draft. Josh Allen, born in year 96. But how many days after he was born, how many days from the Cowboys Super Bowl championship to when he is born? I mean, they're getting us ready for something. 27 games with Wyoming. He had a passing long of why does it show 54? His passing long is 66. His Wyoming passing long is 54. Okay. The most touchdowns he's thrown in a season for Wyoming was 28 touchdowns in 2016. They got a good script going on, don't they? A 28 touchdown season 2016 through 16 and 2017. "56 days until the Super Bowl." It's Josh Allen was 5-6 his rookie year. I think his first playoff game, he lost at Texas to the Texans. He loses to the other Texas team in the Super Bowl. He lost to Houston. He's going to lose to Dallas. His record will be 6-5. I guess 6-3 outside the state of Texas. Josh Allen's 11th playoff game on the 11th day of the month. He has started 84 games in his career. Arizona is 84. The Rams are the last NFC winner. The Rams is Gematria of 84. I didn't pick the Raiders last year. I believe I was the only YouTuber throughout the playoffs diagnosing, deciphering, predicting Chiefs over the Eagles because of the whole brother matchup between the Kelce brothers and Andy Reid going up against his former team. Those other teams out there were just getting shredded every week. Bengals, 49ers, Bills. We killed it with the NFL last year. Now just think, if you can get a bunch of brothers on the field, you can easily have the first pair of brothers to square off face to face on the same football field, an offensive player and a defensive player. That's what we want to see. Trayvon against Stephon Diggs. There's been no eyes on a cornerback wide receiver matchup ever like this in the history of the NFL. I'm convinced. I don't think we've seen an offensive lineman go up against his defensive lineman brother, or a safety gonna knock the hell out of his brother tight end. is for the safety. That's what we talking. These guys be running track. They're gonna be duking it out for the ball. Hey, don't take my toy away from me. Don't take my toy away from me. Okay, there's a 4 or 5 year age difference, whatever. But you see it. They fighting over that toy. They fighting over that football. That's a story going on for Diggs. Their Super Bowl Sunday. 28 years later, the Cowboys win. Diggs is 28 and 46. Steelers 46. Diggs is also 46. 46 has everything to do with the Steelers. 103 prior NFL seasons. Steelers, the Cowboys beat in that Super Bowl. Dak got hurt against the Giants. They opened the year against the Giants. The Giants is to march of 103 and 40. 40 months later, 40, that's 4 right back to Melody. Dak Prescott win the Super Bowl. It's been 103 prior seasons. 103 prior seasons. He should win the Super Bowl some 10 years and 3 months after Peggy Prescott's death. That had to be the 103 I remembered in that video. I did not pick the best 2 teams to make it to the Super Bowl, but they were not the favorites. The favorite was the Buffalo Bills and the 49ers. They were the favorites. Public wasn't going off of seeds. They're going off of weakness. They're going off of overall talent on the team. They thought, oh, no one can beat the 49er. No one can beat the Buffalo Bill. The public is wrong. Most people had the Bengals over the Chiefs on the day of the AFC Championship game. The NFL channel's own polls prove this. It was supposed to be that easy, but the public was falling asleep. They about to fall asleep again. No chance Patrick Mahomes wins Super Bowl at the Raiders Stadium. He will not even be playing in that stadium. Patrick Mahomes, time to take one for Las Vegas and win regular season MVP. My next player right behind is going to be Lamar Jackson and then Josh Allen. Lamar and then Josh Allen, yep. Mike McCarthy's born at Pittsburgh. The Cowboys, their last championship against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike McCarthy wins his next championship 13 years later. Dallas DiMaggio 13. He wins at Arlington. Then he wins at the state, the Silver State. Silver, the 47th periodic element. Arlington is 47. Yeah, Mike McCarthy, it's going to be 23 prior playoff games before Las Vegas. He's 11 and 10. He's going to be 13 and 10 entering the Super Bowl. 23 prior games. Las Vegas, 23. 24th game he's going to win. The Super Bowl 30 MVP is number 24. The 24th day on Christmas Eve, the Cowboys are going to get a gift before Christmas. Maybe the NFC East, maybe the number 1 seed, but they're going up against Miami, where Larry Brown is born at. That will be a victory following the loss to Buffalo. Short wait. The Dallas Cowboys are going to get it done. But house always wins. No one went with the Chiefs last year. Everyone reverse psychology. You Chiefs win this year. Chiefs win this year. Well, they won this year, Paul Michael. They win this year. Reverse psychology. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. It's not going to be that easy. Joe Punk, it's not going to be that easy. Y'all messed up on the Chiefs. Y'all missed out on the Chiefs throughout the course of January. But that happened this year because of these reasons. The team has never won the Super Bowl at the divisional rival stadium. That's why the Niners lost last year. Niners were not making it to Glendale. They're not winning at the Las Vegas Patrick Mahomes. He's going down. They like Super Bowl rematches. They gave us Eagles-Patriots Super Bowl rematch. They gave us Giants-Patriots Super Bowl rematch. They gave us Rams-Patriots Super Bowl rematch. This Cowboys-Bills is going to be next. You'll be the next Super Bowl rematch. They love their Super Bowl rematches. But that was not last year. Again, what are your thoughts on nailing the whole entire playoffs last year? We did great. Everybody else was picking everyone else. We had the Chiefs over the Eagles. We followed up the Argentina World Cup win. Everybody was wrong on the NBA. Boom. 2 out of 3, just keep on winning. You keep on going. That's how it is in the real world. We keep on going. The Chiefs Eagles rematch? Well, you never know. You never know. The Eagles could make it to the divisional round against the Cowboys. That'd be dope if that's the NFC Championship game. Who's the Cowboys going to win their 9th NFC Championship game against? Yeah, that's good. That's going to be a great proposition. Anyone have Gematria 86? I think Green Bay is 77. I think Green Bay 77, 41. Okay. Dak Prescott, his first divisional round game was against Green Bay. His first playoff game, game-winning field goal. Green Bay won for his first divisional round victory. 4 divisional games, 1 win. They'll follow it up with the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is Gematria 41. That's Gematria 41. Also, they won the Super Bowl at ASU. ASU at Sunbelt Stadium. ASU is Gematria 41. Won the 5th championship at ASU too. ASU is actually 41-5. Number 4 is 4th divisional game. Dak Prescott. Number 4, Mike McCarthy's 4th season. He's getting the job done. He's getting the job done right there. It's such a shame that Tony Romo couldn't win the championship. I talked about something about Tony Romo in the first video that we made on Super Bowl 58 in the July of 2017. Have to go back to it, see what was significant with Tony Romo again. Okay, how about any new Buffalo Bills players? Their 54th season in the NFL next year, the Buffalo Bills. Their 9th season under the ownership of the Pegula family. Knowing how these Freemasons operate, Super Bowl 62, Super Bowl 63 is the range. After 13 seasons as owner, or on the 13th season of, when the Buffalo Bills can win the Super Bowl. But they're not winning because Josh Allen's there forever. They have a good team regardless. They can win the AFC East for the 4th consecutive season, the Buffalo Bills. Make the playoffs for the 5th consecutive season. 5th consecutive season, 0 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 50, Von Miller. Make the Super Bowl for the first time since 1993. That was 92, 93, right? 94 may have been the Chargers and the 49ers. So that was 93 up until 94. So 1994. Yep. So that is 30 years later. That is 30 years later. We'll see the next Cowboys Bills Super Bowl matchup. Josh played with the Wyoming Cowboys. They don't want a rematch because the pandemic was going on. They were social distancing at Los Angeles. They want to try to build a fan base over there. Tom Brady's career ended in a ritual in the wild card round. It was all ritual, shaming Hayes in with the divorce. People were sick of Tom. This Cowboys win was really is what is setting the Cowboys for the script for the future. They're built off of a win over Tom Brady. They've gotten better every year under Coach Mike McCarthy. They're going to get better this year. They got better every single year. I give the Cowboys all the credit that they have been very consistent. 6-10, then 6 wins Mike McCarthy's first year. Why? 18 wins after 2 years. 30 regular season wins, Super Bowl 30, Mike McCarthy. How can you not see it right there? 6-10, then 12-5 wild card round, then 12-5 divisional round. So this means they've gotten better every single year. I'll go 13-4. If they go 12-5 again, they'll just have 42 regular season wins, Mike McCarthy. But I like 43. I like 13-4 for the Cowboys. I like 16 seasons in a Super Bowl winning season for Dak Prescott. So this means Mike McCarthy will win his 47th game as Cowboys coach. Silver AG, the 47th element, the silver stake, the silver element of the Cowboys. That's how they're going to win the Super Bowl again. I like 13 wins for the Cowboys. I'm calling it. The exact city is not Las Vegas, but they call it Paradise, Nevada. It's where the Super Bowl is being played at. In the Western United States, Wyoming Cowboys. It just screams Josh Allen in the Super Bowl. Paradise Gematria 73. That's the time duration from Larry Brown's birthday. Yeah, good thing I can do the video again because there's a lot of numbers to plug and chug. Lots of numbers. So how many AFC Championship games? Patrick Mahomes 3-2. It can be 6 games and 3 wins. The Chiefs 6 AFC Championship game the year the Cowboys 6 Super Bowl. What I like is 6 AFC titles, 3 wins. After a loss to Buffalo Gematria 63. He'll fall to 3-3. Mahomes falls to 3-3. Bills and Josh Allen. The Masons. The Cowboys, 31 points was Tom Brady's point total in the Super Bowl victory. 31 is Gematria the GOAT. 31 is Gematria the GOAT. What's the significance of 166 touchdowns? But Dak Prescott's career completion percentage is the number of the base. 66.6. He threw 23 touchdowns last year. Las Vegas is 23, 15 receptions. Oh, Dak sucks. He sucks. He's the next winning quarterback after number 15, Patrick Mahomes. No one realizes just how much of a fake injury Prescott suffered against the New York Giants. His injury was planned against the Giants. I'm convinced it looked pretty real, but hey, Dakota Prescott is Gematria 78. 7 divisional games, 8 wins. 7 divisional losses in 8 games, I should say. 7 divisional losses in 8 games since '96 with a win. Who are the other candidates? Well, who knows if the Bears have a breakout year? Anything? The Bears is Gematria 78. Bears is Gematria 78. Who knows? I don't know anything about the Bears lost. I know they trashed last year, but anyway, the Bears is 78. Bears is Gematria of 18, if I'm not mistaken. It's 45 and 18. So Vegas Gematria of 18. Maybe looking at a team like the Bears if Detroit is too caught up in its gambling mess, or if Jared Goff is just a bust or anything like of that nature. Justin Fields, is he going to break out or something? Dak Prescott go up against Justin Fields or something, win the championship 28 years later for Dallas. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. These are just possibilities. The NFC is now without Justin Fields is too much of Dallas too. Justin is too much of what is Dallas, Texas in abbreviations? Dallas, Texas is too much of Justin. So hey, there's Cowboys divisional round. That splashed a lot of money. Now Dak's first playoff game was against the Packers. He loses to the Packers, but he wins the championship 28 years later. His first playoff game was against the Packers, but Dallas will win 28 years from their last championship. Dak, his playoff debut was against the Pack. This would be the Cowboys' 36th playoff appearance after 35 prior playoff appearances. Tom Brady is Jamacha 36. The 35, the 36th playoff berth. Like that a lot, Dallas. Like that a lot. The team from Oakland is hosting Super Bowl 58. It's Oakland, that's Jamacha 58. The team from Oakland is hosting that Super Bowl. Oakland is 58 and 22. They host it again when it's now effectively a 22-week season. 18 and 4, it looks like. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 18 weeks of football for in the postseason. Think about Jerry Jones for a second too. Jones is Jamacha 63. He's the owner. 6-3 for the next championship. Ronald Jones, Jerry Jones. Let's see, his birthday to the beginning of the season. July 29 is his birthday. Rich, his birthday, 7-29, add up to 36, the 36th playoff berth. His birthday numerology for 43 days from his birthday to the season opener. Silver and Black is 43. Las Vegas, Nevada 43. Champion 43. Dallas Cowboys 43. 6 weeks in a day to the season opener from his birthday. Wayne Dakota Prescott. I don't think the Super Bowl day changed when I did my first video a few 4 years ago. But anyway, here we are. His birthday to the Super Bowl is 28 weeks and a day. 197. I'm not quite sure what that represents just yet. Yes, because there's a lot to talk about with the Cowboys. Peggy Prescott. Peggy is Jamacha 60 and 33, right? The Bills is 33. 60 is the Jamacha of Allegiant Stadium. Well, you're right, because I know what you're thinking. Let me hold on. The Buffalo Bills is Jamacha Peggy. Yeah, Ronald is 64 and 28. How do I remember? Ronald is Jamacha 64. Kansas City Chiefs Jamacha 64 in what was it? In 6 games, the Chiefs beat the Eagles 4 times because of civil rights in year 64. Ronald is going to win a third Super Bowl ring. He's going to win it for Dallas 28 years later. He did not get. He was not in the rotation last year, but I think he can possibly be in the rotation this year. Ronnie Jones. His experience will definitely help the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb in the ashes of where any Ruggs used to play football. CeeDee Lamb is going to show what the Raiders have missed out on when he wins the Super Bowl. Playing at Henry Ruggs' former stadium with the Dallas Cowboys. He's gonna show Dallas what they missed out on Henry Ruggs. I can do the whole video on the squad for the Cowboys, but Lamb is Gematria 28. So when everyone thinks the Cowboys gonna suck, Cowboys gonna win the Super Bowl. CeeDee Lamb is his first touchdown this year in the regular season. It's going to be his 21st touchdown of his regular season career. The title is Gematria 21. His third touchdown would be number 23. Las Vegas 23. His 13th touchdown of the season would be his 33rd in the regular season of his career. The Bills is 33. His 13th for the season. I think that I like is the Cowboys got the Super Bowl experience. They've got Brandon Cooks. They've got Ronald Jones. They've got other stars. Brandon Cooks drafted by the Saints in 2014. New Orleans Saints is Gematria Kansas City Chiefs. New Orleans is Gematria of Buffalo Bills. Let's see. CeeDee Lamb, Oklahoma. Sooners. Oklahoma Sooners 64, Kansas City Chiefs 64. Sooners is Gematria of 33, Gematria of the Bills. Okay, 49 games. If he plays 17, that'd be 66 total games in the regular season. If he doesn't miss a game, title Gematria 66. His long of 52 in his career. Cowboys scored 52 points in their last Super Bowl appearance against the Buffalo Bills. His first game will be his 53rd of his career. 3 playoff games, 5-3 Super Bowl record. Dallas Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. He was born on the 9th day of the 4th month. The Bills Cowboys in year 94, because the Steelers was in 1996. Six prior road games before they travel to Buffalo. 6 Super Bowl against Buffalo. The 7th road game is at Buffalo. The divisional streak ends at 7. Cowboys Bills gonna be real talk when we get to conference title week. Okay, what we got next? Got to do the whole video again. It ain't never. Yeah, too many stories. How can you forget about Stephon Gilmore? That's right. I knew there was a third play I was missing, but anyway, he gets to go up against the Bills. 2 brothers go up against each other. Stephon Gilmore was drafted by the Bills. He won a ring with the Patriots. He won the 6th ring with Tom Brady. He can win the 6th ring with the Cowboys. Stephon Gilmore is going to torment his former team, the Buffalo Bills. You see, Stephon Gilmore, Trayvon Diggs, Chandler Parsons, plays are going to be made on the defensive side of the ball. So there's a thing about Stephon Gilmore. Gilmore Schumacher 79-43, champion 79-43, Las Vegas, Nevada, 43. Stephon is Schumacher 97-34. Maybe he makes a big play as the Cowboys improve the 9-7 against the Dolphins on Christmas Eve. Cowboys are definitely going to have a Christmas Eve, a very nice Christmas Eve. They're going to win at Miami because that's where the Larry Brown is born at. They're going to be in position. I wonder how many playoff wins Mike McCarthy. How many AFC games Mike McCarthy has won with the Cowboys? How many Dak has won throughout his entire career? There's 5 games against the AFC, so too much to tell. Although, when we look at the Dallas Cowboys schedule, a lot of tabs. Got to close out the tabs. Mike McCarthy, people just think he sucks. But Mike McCarthy, he had to put up with rigging from the NFL. They wanted Jim Harbaugh against Pete Carroll. Mike McCarthy wasn't allowed to win. They wanted Tom Brady ending the Seahawks repeat against the Legion of Boom in 2015. Didn't want Mike McCarthy. They want Atlanta to make the Super Bowl in their last season at the Georgia Dome. They have their new stadium opening very shortly. NFL didn't want the Packers going to that Super Bowl because it had to do with King George, red coat, revolutionary symbolism with where the Falcons are from. Georgia, King George, the red coats, the revolution, the big comeback from the colonists. It looked like the war was over. They need France to help. France did help America, the colonists, win the revolution. They did come back and win the game, the Patriots. Ninth Super Bowl appearance, Cowboys, week 9 at Philadelphia. Philly made the Super Bowl last year. Miami, they can beat. Buffalo in the AFC. Los Angeles, that's the one that's out of the conference. Los Angeles was the site actually of the last victory in the Super Bowl for the NFC. So that's what's significant about Los Angeles. That's SoFi. That's SoFi. Week 6, SoFi. Last NFC winner, Rams. Cowboys win 6 Super Bowl, next NFC winner. And week 6 is on Monday Night Football too. Week 6 is on Monday Night Football. I figure out why they're playing the Chargers. New England, they'll probably win. They'll probably beat New England, maybe. Hopefully. I could probably see 3-2 against the AFC and then 4-2 with the Super Bowl victory on the 42nd day of the year. So what does that mean? They'll lose to Buffalo. They'll beat Miami. Yeah, they could lose to the Chargers. I mean, they could beat New England, lose to the Chargers, lose to New England, beat the Chargers. New York Jets is week 2. New York. Rodgers to March of 86, 8-6 NFC title game. Their first home game against the Jets. Yeah, they get the Jets on a short week too, because they play on Monday and then Sunday. 6 days the Jets play in between playing against the Cowboys, playing for their 6th Super Bowl championship. So I do notice that with the Jets are playing the Cowboys the very next week. Even if they do lose to the Jets, even if they do, they beat Arizona the next week at the place of the last Super Bowl championship. Well, the same metropolitan area. It's not at Tempe. It's because they now play at Glendale. So anyway, at the Arizona area, Cowboys win 2 of their 3 first games. They'll probably lose to the Jets. Rodgers is 86. They get him early on in the year, the 8-6 NFC title game. When they lose for the first time against the NFC, because they should beat the 49ers. Well, if the 49ers are going to be garbage, if they're not going to be in the playoffs for the 3 match against the Cowboys, then if the Niners are not in the playoffs, then the Cowboys will beat the 49ers week 5. What if they go 5-0 at San Francisco because San Francisco's 50? 5 for 5. Hey, just say it ain't impossible. It ain't impossible. You're going to start very fast if you are going to get home field. In their first 6-1 record, I think Justin Herbert 61, and Los Angeles Rams is Los Angeles Rams not 61, but I think Los Angeles Chargers 61. I'm not sure. Anyway. Are the Lions going to choke and implode? Lions season over against the Cowboys, December 30th. Prescott came back against the Lions too. It may have been like 68 weeks before Super Bowl 42. Anyway, everything is in the playlist. You can easily go to the homepage of my channel, go to playlist, boom, Super Bowl 58. Micah Parsons, Micah Parsons. Cooks. Super Bowl guy is going to be important. Cooks just too much of 63 and 18. The Super Bowl video, the Cowboys whole roster, that's going to be very good. That's going to be very good. Yeah, lots of arrivals. Connor McGovern of the Dallas Cowboys is now a member of the Buffalo Bills. Damian Harris, did he win any Super Bowls with the Bills? New England is 45, Dallas 45. Damian Harris, his birthday is on the Super Bowl, February the 11th. Well, he was drafted the year after the Patriots won the Brady 6 Super Bowl. So anyway, New England Patriot, whatever, Cowboys 36 playoff appearance. Then that's 30 years without winning the Super Bowl. In their 36th playoff appearance, they do win the title. So yeah, it's not the Rams or anything. It's the site. It's SoFi. They travel to SoFi week 6. That is their message. That is their message. That is their message. This is the message that they've given us, telling us who they want to win. And then, he shows up, Henry Ruggs, in the Super Bowl. He wins a ring at that stadium. The NFL's most creative way to hate and bash on the Raiders some more. Stephon Gilmore wins another ring on the Dallas Cowboys. This is brilliant recruitment. The key to getting over the playoff hump is guys have gone through these experiences, know what it takes to be successful, and ultimately, this is what the Dallas Cowboys did. They brought in guys with experience. They brought in guys that know how to sell the plot. The brothers matching up wide receiver Stephon against Trayvon Diggs. Stephon Gilmore against his former team, won the Super Bowl. Third Super Bowl out in the West. Josh Allen from Wyoming playing very close to his college days over at Nevada, where he played with the Wyoming Cowboys as the 7th pick. We see a lot of 7 going on. Maybe it has to do with Tom Brady and Otto Graham having the same amount of titles. The 7. Tom Brady and Otto Graham at the top with 7. In Bart Starr, too. In Bart Starr, too. It's all ritual. Like, these guys are stuck at 7. Go to the you gonna stay at 6 with Michael Jordan, what have you. Kareem stuck at 6. Only if you're a role player like Damian Robert Horry, you're gonna win a 7th ring. Van Der Esch has been there a while. He's gonna be an interesting look. He went to college football nearby, Boise State, in Idaho. You're talking Nevada, out in the Mountain West. So Van Der Esch, 66 prior games, 63 interception yards, Buffalo 63. His long is 28 yards for his interception carry, a long of 28 yards. I like what I see from Van Der Esch. He's born on February the 8th, which is like 2-8. He's the 19th pick. It's Rams, that's 19. It's Davis, that's 19. He's drafted in the year 18, Vegas 18. He's one of them guys that are key to that are just ready to get over the hump. Van Der Esch is gematria of 45, gematria of Buffalo Bills. Leighton is also gematria 45 of Buffalo Bills. Are you waiting for Micah Parsons? Are you? Yeah, you're waiting for Micah. Zach Martin from Notre Dame is pretty good. A key 33rd birthday coming up for Zach Martin. Bills gematria 33. They've been there forever. Tyson Smith too. Zach is gematria Raiders. Zach Martin is gematria 50. Martin is gematria of Super Bowl 30. Gematria the next Bills Cowboys Super Bowl matchup 30 years later. This is Zach Martin. Tristan Vizcaino's the kicker. He was drafted in year 96. Who the hell's the Cowboys kicker? Yeah, that's weird. Bill's got a lot of guys. Micah Parsons. Micah. Let's see. Aha. Micah Parsons, 136. The Cowboys' last championship over the Steelers. The Steelers is 136. That's what Micah's name is about. Micah Parsons is the march of 136. The Cowboys' first championship since beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. Parsons is gematria 30 as well. Parsons 30, gematria of the Rams, last NFC winner of the Super Bowl again. DeMarcus Lawrence, obviously the other guy. Jonathan Hankins got some big time experience too. Let's go back here. DeMarcus Lawrence, yeah, gematria title. DeMarcus is gematria of the Rams, is gematria of Arizona, is gematria 30 of Super Bowl 30, right? Lawrence gematria 36 in the 36 playoff appearance. What about the stats? Okay. So yeah, Cowboys lead the series 8-7 against the Dolphins. It'll be 9-7 the Dolphins when they win on Christmas Eve at Miami. Dolphins to march of 97. It's gonna be a win for these Cowboys on Christmas Eve. Miami has to do with the birthplace of the Cowboys' last Super Bowl MVP, Larry Brown. He wore number 24, the Super Bowl in the year 24. So Cowboys they're gonna beat the Dolphins. Wonder what the record is at home for the Dolphins against the Cowboys. Page don't want to load. Well, that's okay because I have a lot of tabs because I have to redo the video on uh, Brown, right? Larry Brown, LB. So Paradise Camacho 73. It's 73 days after his birthday is the Super Bowl. I figured that out right now. These depth charts can be updated. Michael Gallup. Gallup poll. Who win the Super Bowl this year? Oh, yeah. What are the scripted, juicy storylines this year? Stephon Gilmore, Super Bowl winner with the Patriots, going up against the team that drafted him, the Bills. I think he played 5 seasons with the Bills. The two brothers, Trayvon, Stephon Diggs, against each other on the field. Josh Allen back home, close to Wyoming. Van Der Esch, Boise. Tony Pollard leading the Cowboys running game. I think the Cowboys got a kid from Boise State as running back. I'm not sure. Michael Shamacha Bills, Gallup is Shamacha 69-24. Michael Irvin, Michael Gallup, 39 catches last year. Arizona 39. He went to Colorado State. Last team that had a Super Bowl player MVP was the Broncos from Colorado. I like a defensive player to win MVP, and that's I really do. CBS, Paramount, broadcasting the game. CBS Gematria 24 and 6. 6 Super Bowl championship. Columbia Pictures, Paramount Columbia, they're owned by Columbia Pictures. Right? Yeah. It'd be interesting to see the amount of time from Mike McCarthy's last conference championship game to his next one. I mean, that's interesting. What year was it? It may have been 51 or 52, if I'm not mistaken. Nevada is the 36th state admitted to the Union. The Cowboys' 36th playoff appearance. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, CBS was founded on the 18th day of September, the year 27 years without winning the Super Bowl. They're going to celebrate their 96th year anniversary. The Cowboys won the Super Bowl in 1996. Interesting facts about CBS, the network that's going to air the Super Bowl this year. Owner is Paramount Global. Paramount Global is Gematria of Allegiant Stadium. Paramount is Gematria of Raiders. I go to Paramount Global. That was only as recent as the 2019. Okay, Paramount by itself. And then 38 again. List of Super Bowl winners. Now, Nevada hosting the Super Bowl for the first time. (38-35), 73-point game. 38. The Chiefs 5 Super Bowl appearances, 3 wins. Cowboys 5-3 in the Super Bowl. For the Eagles, they're 1-3 in the Super Bowl. The next winner is Dallas. Now, Dallas is 13. It's just 6 appearances, 6 titles in 9 appearances. Texas is 69. It really is that easy. I mean, Allegiant Stadium is Tamacha 60. Buffalo Bills 0 for 5. Minus 66-point differential for the Bills. It'll be minus 67. The Bills to win their first title in their 6th Super Bowl appearance. The Buffalo Bills be 1-5 in the Super Bowl. When Patrick Mahomes escapes the ghost of number 15, Patrick Mahomes. Cowboys. The Cowboys win number 6. Goat Bond wins number 6 in 2026. This isn't his team anymore. I drafted a 4th round too, 2016 draft. The 2016 draft began on the 28th day. He wasn't drafted on the 28th day, but the draft ended on April 30th. What is the 4th round? How many quarterbacks were taken before Prescott? Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, they both made Super Bowls. Okay, say what you want about how they are. They made it to Super Bowls. They just steal QB. 1, 2, 3. Paxton Lynch, the Broncos. Christian Hackenberg on the Jets. 5, 6, 7. Connor Cook, the Raiders. 7 quarterbacks were selected above Dak Prescott. Another 7 that ties into the divisional round matchup. The 7-year divisional round streak, and Josh Allen, the 7th pick. Mississippi State is where he played at the Bulldogs. Mississippi State is Jamacha 69. That's how you know Dak Prescott, 6 Super Bowls and 9 appearances for the Cowboys. Mississippi State is 69. And, Von Miller from Texas, too. Texas is 69. Buffalo, they not winning just yet. Not winning just yet. Let's see how they've done ever since 2017. Sean McDermott will make the Super Bowl in his 7th season coaching the Buffalo Bills. I'd say 5-5, 6-5, and 6-6. 6-6. They get the first round bye. Philadelphia Eagles, after the Eagles lose the Super Bowl, the longtime Eagles assistant coach will be the next coach to lose the Super Bowl. He's got 4 playoff wins in 9 games as a coach. Eagles is 49 and Dallas is 49. So Sean McDermott, he's going to lose the championship. He will. McDermott is too much of Arizona too. He's not only coaching in New York, but the Cowboys' first championship since Arizona. The Bills get the Raiders early too. They have to travel to the Bills. The Raiders. Bucs easy, Broncos easy. Bengals will be interesting. I can see Bengals winning that game. So let's see Buffalo. It looks like they're getting the South this year. It looks like Bills Chiefs December 10th. Yeah, Chiefs probably win that game. Bills get the Commanders. Okay. Then the Giants, and then okay. It'd be interesting to see what their final win-loss record's going to be. But if the Bills do get the first round bye, then 6 games later it's a Super Bowl rematch against the Dallas Cowboys. The digits of that day: 1217 of 2023. Uh, adds up to 18. Adds up to the match of Vegas and Bills, and the host winning their last championship in Super Bowl 18. So it's interesting that the numbers, all the individual digits, add up to 18 for that particular day. And again, as we go to the Buffalo Bills 2022-23 team, how many championships by conference? The New York Giants have 4, Redskins have 3, Cowboys 5, Eagles 1. Cowboys can win the 14th Super Bowl championship for the NFC East. The Ram was the last NFC winner. Ram is Demacia 14th Super Bowl winner from that division from the NFC East. It's going to be going towards Dallas. 14 prior Super Bowls before the Raiders won Super Bowl 15, too. How many combined Super Bowl appearances for the NFC East? I think even a Patriots fan is rooting for the Bills to win the Super Bowl. That's how bad the Bills have been. The Cowboys tie the Steelers and the Patriots 6-6-6-18. Vegas 18. Bills 18. 28 combined Super Bowl appearances for the top 3 winningest teams in the Super Bowl era. The Cowboys with 6. The Steelers with 6. The Patriots with 6. 28 combined appearances for the Cowboys, Steelers, and the Patriots. That's your 28 right there. The 49ers are now stuck in fourth. They're all by themselves at 5. The Cowboys are the winningest team in the NFC in the Super Bowl era. The Cowboys take over. The Cowboys are on top. And Dak, if he gets old, if he gets old, washed up, what have you, hey, good. He won a Super Bowl. And guys are committed towards retirement and what have you nowadays more so versus in the past. So okay, a depth chart, the Cowboys. Malik Davis. Who we got? Ryan Malik Davis, running back number 2. The rookie from Florida. Yeah, rookie. Malik Davis. Al Davis, Malik Davis, Mark Davis. Owners of the Raiders. Davis. Malik Davis is Jamachi of Raiders, is Jamachi of Panthers. Malik is Jamachi of 19. It's LA Rams is 19, last NFC winner. Davis by itself is 19 and 55. It may have to do with the 49er gematria. I'm seeing 55. It's about surpassing the 49ers. The Niners just choked. They beat the Cowboys. They can't win. The Cowboys will take full advantage right now. Tyron Smith, too. Smith is gematria for 24. The year 24. Get rid of Malik Davis. Go to Jake Ferguson. Okay, he's rookie. He's a guy. He's born on the 18th day. You got to go step it up in year 2. A tight end from Wisconsin. Jake Ferguson is gematria 5 months a day from the season opener. Jake is 27 years without winning. Ferguson gematria of the 42nd day for the Super Bowl. Tyron Smith from USC, right? That 33rd birthday again. That 33rd birthday. I will do Yankee fans. It's coming up quicker than baseball, but Tyron Smith, gematria 53. You're gonna get it done right there. You're gonna get it done. And we already know how baseball is rigged. The season began against the San Francisco Giants, 1923, the first championship. In 1923, the 100-year anniversary, the Yankees beat the Giants while they were in New York. They were the New York Giants, and they began the season against the San Francisco Giants. In the 100-year anniversary of the first championship, 99 World Series later, George, he died on 14 5-day numerology. And Aaron Boone, as much as he sucks, is just a puppet. His grandfather was in Major League Baseball. His brother was in Major League Baseball. So he's just another one of these puppet clowns. He's born on a 14 5-day. He's going to win the Yankees' next championship in 14 years. And George Steinbrenner died on 14 5-day. The next championship's going to happen in 14 years. So at the end of the day, Yankees going to win. Right after Aaron Judge decides he's not going to go join the Giants, he's going to his first year in his new contract, he wins the championship. Dallas Cowboys win at the Silver State, what have you. They go to LeBron James and the Lakers win the championship. Oh yeah, Donaldson, yeah, he sucks, man. I don't know what's going on with him, but anyway, I don't know what the hell is he going to be on the team or not. Anyway, yeah, Garrett Cole going to get it done this year. The Astros take a step back. Any more players? So where's Tyron Smith born at? Oh yeah, Los Angeles, last NFC winner. There we go. Tyron Smith and that. Yep. He's 16-7 light path. I can see 16 wins for the Cowboys. 13, 13 and then 3. $148 games played. Two-time first team, 8-time Pro Bowl, 2-8. Tyron Smith, 2-time first team, 8-time Pro Bowl. Tyron Gerard Smith. There we go. Tyron Gerard Smith. Tyron Gerard Smith is a Gamache of 8 divisional round games, 7 losses when the Cowboys end the streak this year, when they're about to make history. Any more guys? Any more guys? Javon Curse, probably a special team surprise, number 27. Who is Damone Clark? A 5th-round pick, 5 championships. Another young guy, another young cat, born on the 28th day of June. Interested. Jabril Cox, who that? Another young guy. Too many young guys. They get loaded. A lot of young guys. Ozad, whatever his name is, or Mozzie Smith. Yeah, too many young guys again. Team is loaded. Team is ready. Mozzie Smith, a draft pick. He's a 16-7 light path numerology too. I just believe Cowboys can end the year with 16 wins. Mozzie Smith is Jamachi of the Steelers. Mozzie is Jamachi of Dallas. Mozzie is Jamachi of the Eagles, the last NFC contestant in the Super Bowl. So overall, it's looking very good what we got right now. Get the video in there again. Get the other Cowboy videos and, get going with the baseball, the NBA off season too.